Hey guys, how's it going? It's Crypto Lark here. Today we're going to be talking about INS. They are looking to evolve the way that you buy groceries. It's a very interesting project, and we're going to be looking at just how they're planning to do that. After a quick shout out to everyone who has been hitting that like button, and of course everybody who has been subscribing to the channel. Thank you all so much for your support. Now, quick to mention as well, this is not professional financial advice. This is an ICO. There is always a certain amount of risk with any ICO. Please do your own research before investing your own money in any project. This is just an overview of the project, pointing out some of the risks and potential benefits of the product. And the team at INS has reached out for me in order to do a sponsored review for them, but I have reserved the right to keep this an honest and independent review. With that being understood, let's get into it and look just how INS is planning to overthrow supermarkets. Down with the supermarkets! Okay, so in order to understand why INS is such an exciting project, you really have to understand the problem that they're trying to solve in a very in-depth way. We all have these time-starved lives where increasingly everything we do is moving online, and that includes shopping for groceries. The amount of people buying things online is growing exponentially, and the food market in particular is growing exponentially. By about 2020, it's going to be an $8.5 trillion globally for food, and online food shopping will account for hundreds of billions of dollars of that. So they're entering a very big industry, and an industry that's growing at a rapid pace and doesn't yet have the quality solutions that it needs to have. Supermarkets are incredibly problematic. They control everything in the food process. They drive prices up by as much as 30%. They cut profits for the manufacturers themselves. They make it really hard for small local manufacturers or for farmers to actually get into those big shops. And because the supermarkets have shut down all the small shops, these people don't have anywhere to sell their products. Manufacturers are spending about 17% of their revenue on promotion, but estimates are that about $50 billion a year in food marketing is wasted because the people who it's meant for never actually see it. Basically, you have this middleman who is the supermarket who over time has grown fat, bloated, and inefficient in delivering quality products. And we haven't even talked about the food miles. Can you imagine how many miles your box of cereal has to go? What about the food waste? Supermarkets always have to have full shelves. Therefore, the waste is unimaginably big. If you've ever seen any of the numbers, you'll be shocked. Personally, for me, groceries are my second biggest expense after rent. So if I see something like this coming in and saying, hey, we're going to shake up the industry completely. Here's this legacy industry, which is ready to be overthrown, basically, by challenger companies just like this one, I'm going to say, great. You're going to save me up to 30% on my groceries, not to mention giving me more options, being better for the environment. I'm in. Where do I sign up? Give me the paper. Where's it at? I'm ready. This is amazing. It's an absolutely amazing concept. So those are the problems. How is INS going to solve all this? Well, of course, the price is a big factor, but user friendliness. They're going to have a web app and an app on your phone, so you can just very easily get on, find what you're looking for, type in water, see all the suppliers of bottled water, see which ones are close to you, decide which one you want to buy from, and your order will go in. Now, this is an efficient process. It wouldn't be an efficient process if they simply sent a courier to the water company, picked up your bottle of water, and dropped it off at your house. It's not quite going to work like that. They're looking to be the framework where there will be a network of distribution centers and couriers who will then take from those distribution centers to drop it off at your house. Now, this is a big step in logistics, also a big challenge in logistics to get all that framework set up. That is something you do need to keep in mind here. But if they have these warehouses going and the couriers delivering it, then you have a much more efficient system. For example, there will be a daily delivery from the water company to the distribution center. Your bottle of water gets taken out, put into your box. The peanut butter delivery comes in, your jar of peanut butter goes in, the courier comes, picks up your box, drops it off at your house, essentially is how it's going to work. So we're actually going to see a massive efficiency here, because no longer will the shop have to send 10,000 jars of peanut butter to the supermarket, which all will have artificial expiry dates on them and be thrown out after 6 months or whatever. No, you order a jar of peanut butter, comes from the factory. Massive efficiency. This not just benefits the consumer, but this also benefits the world, which is also really great. I don't think people really understand the depth of the food waste that goes on globally. Now, you can also save money in another way by paying with crypto. So using the platform, if you pay with a credit card, fiat essentially, you have to pay that extra 2 or 3% fee, and that will be charged to you if you pay with, for example, Bitcoin, Ethereum, INS tokens. Then you just pay the crypto exchange fee. When you know with Ethereum based tokens, for example, that is an incredibly low gas fee, much less than 2 or 3% of a $300 or $400 grocery bill might be. Again, massive savings for the consumer by using blockchain technology. Everybody wins here except the supermarkets. And I don't particularly feel bad for the giant chain supermarkets. If they lose, well, this is the evolution of the world, and it's a good thing. They've moved back the ICO by about a week because they've got the prototype coming out. And this is another thing that's very exciting, the text there. And that cannot be understated, that they have not only got the idea, but also a working prototype that will be available for everyone to see before the ICO actually kicks off. That shows a certain nod of respect to investors, saying it's not just a white paper ICO. Have a look at our app and judge it for yourself before you come and invest. So that will be out very, very soon. The team here has got some really awesome experience. Peter and Dimitri are the leads, and they've also started another company here. Now, this company works in Moscow in particular, already doing food logistics. They've got the experience. This is a very successful company in Russia, where they have people who go buy your groceries for you and bring them to your house. That's been very popular for, obviously, again, time-starved professionals living in Moscow. They've taken this idea to the whole next level. So they've already got the experience, which I'm very happy to see. And they've managed to attract some really great advisors as well. We've got Eyal from Bancor, and we have Michael, who's been working for different PR firms, bringing out ICOs, making these things happen, and has been a special advisor over at the Alphabet Fund as well, which has been a big player behind some of the most successful cryptocurrency projects. Again, all pluses in favor here for INS. And it's not just the advisors to be excited about. They've actually also managed to attract a lot of high-level investment straight from the get-go. So they've got big people with big money invested in this project who want to see it come off and who want to see it be successful. Now, you might want to compare what they're trying to do here, the INS ecosystem as it is, to legacy players. And that's not a bad place to start off. Amazon, for example, Amazon Fresh, food delivery, well, obviously potential competition. Now, the blockchain, INS, what they're doing offer huge potential benefits. And we haven't even got into all the benefits that the token's going to offer yet. But if Amazon were to develop a similar idea, obviously Amazon has almost more money than God at this point. they would be able to compete very strongly, very quickly with INS and what they're doing. They haven't moved in that direction yet. Currently, INS has the initiative and is moving forward. And obviously, from an investment perspective, better to get in with the challenger than with the old guy who has already seen most of their value come through. And of course, you can talk about projects like Countdown.co.nz. They are a local shop here in New Zealand. Obviously, they do online delivery as well, but they still suffer from all those problems that they are actually trying to solve. You still have to pay the 30% markup. There's still the food waste. There's still the food miles. It's still inefficient. None of the bonuses for the consumer, and also none of the bonuses for the manufacturer. They still cut out the little guys. They still don't provide the quality of directed advertising that INS is going to be able to offer as well. Now, we mentioned Bancor earlier. They're actually working with Bancor. Bancor is going to be providing the protocol in the background for interchain liquidity. Very powerful stuff. Great partnership to see for the INS project. They've also got a lot of really big manufacturers who saw the idea and said, yeah, we want to save money. We want to get in on this. Unilever is absolutely huge. Reckitt Benckiser, those guys are a $10 billion company in the UK. Very big people are interested in this project because it's such a great idea. Now, they've also got some others that have just come on board, and I think these are really exciting projects too because they show that it's not just the big guys, it's the little guys as well. Borjomi is a Georgian water company. This water is very popular in Eastern Europe. You may not have heard of it, but they are a great example of smaller companies. Now, Borjomi is a fairly big company, to be fair, but nevertheless, this will let people cut out the middleman. If you want to get Borjomi water, go straight to the manufacturer. You don't have to get it delivered from the shop. This is a perfect example of a super easy product that'll be easy and beneficial for everyone involved, except the supermarket again. Moving on, it's time to talk about the roadmap. Now, obviously, we are at the stage of the ICO here in Q4 2017. As the year 2018 develops, we'll see development of the platform, development of the consumer interfaces, of the apps, of the software development kits, and the total launch of the product, not just the prototype, but the total launch of the product is happening at the end of next year. So you do have to keep that in mind. If you're going to get involved in this ICO, you should be holding this until the end of next year, at least, or beyond, because when they actually get up and running, and there is that institutional demand from big players for these tokens, then you're going to see a lot of value come through on this. However, you got to wait a year. It's an ICO, you're investing early. That's the point. It's time to talk about the token. Now, currently this is going to be an ERC-20 token. Although they are going to be developing their own blockchain, they're already looking at the Ethereum blockchain and going, well, we're probably better off having our own blockchain because if it can't scale or if it gets too busy, we don't want to have that problem. We're going to have our own dedicated blockchain for INS. That's really great. So many potentials here for the token. Now, obviously the token will have value and you can use the token as a payment method within the app, but that in of itself is not what gives it value. There are a few really key areas that give this really great value. Marketing, direct to consumer marketing. The most effective way to get the message to your consumers is to do it directly. And the INS token is going to actually let them do that, let them cut out the middleman who so far has been the supermarkets, which have been not spending their advertising dollars very well. This will let people connect straight with their consumers, which is fantastic. That's going to create a big demand for the tokens as companies want to give rewards, discounts, bonuses, incentives to people for buying their products, for using INS to buy their products. They're also going to be given out as a referral reward. So when you come and sign up to INS, you'll get 5 INS tokens, for example. That's not the official number, but that'll actually incentivize people to use it, because then they'll go and buy their water bottle and they'll say, well, you can pay with INS tokens. Oh, I've got 5 of those sitting here. I'll just pay with that. Then the transfers happened. It starts an ecosystem within INS, which is really great. Now, 60% of the tokens are going to be going out in the ICO. 15% will be kept by the team. 5% are going to advisors. And another 20% will be put in a reserve fund. This is to fund things like the referral bonuses for signups, for example. Currently, the white paper states any jurisdictions where token sales are prohibited from participating. Checking into the Telegram today, they have still not confirmed whether or not citizens of the US will be able to participate in INS. Do check back on that. It's looking like probably, but please do check back just before the token sale, and we'll look for that confirmation from the team at INS whether or not you'll be able to participate if you live in the US. Fingers crossed for you guys. This has got quite a low cap. They have a 60,000 Ethereum hard cap, which gives it about a $22 million total value in the ICO. That's pretty good. We see a lot of crowd sales going for 50, 60, $100 million, which just floods the market with tokens and kills the value straight off. This is a fairly low value to start with, so that's already a good sign. If on the 1st of November you had 0.1 Ethereum in your Ethereum wallet, you would have got dropped INSP tokens. These are basically to give you a 5% bonus during the token sale. So you can exchange those by sending it to the INSP token contract address here. There'll be details about all this on the page. You'll get a 5% bonus. Nice. Everybody likes 5% bonuses. If you participate in the first day, there'll be a 25% bonus if you put in 100 or more Ether. 22.5% bonus for 10 Ether or more, and 20% bonus for 0.1 Ether up to 10 Ether. I've got a link down below. It gives you a 3% bonus extra. So if you do 100 Ether, it's 25%. You use your INSP tokens, it's another 5%, that's 30. And you use my discount code, that is 33% bonus if you get in on the first day. Now that sounds supremely awesome, and I agree, that is supremely awesome. However, that's a pretty big bonus, and that creates the real potential of ICO fever, where you might see this sell pressure straight after the ICO of people looking to recoup a bit of their investment straight after the ICO. That is something you need to keep in mind and consider. Now, if you want to get more information about this ICO, please do come over and check out the page, read through the white paper. There are some nice explainer videos on the website as well, which give you a really succinct and clear rundown of how this all operates. Also, make sure to reach out to the team on Telegram if you've got any questions. They're super active over there and have been answering everyone's questions and giving a lot of information out over there. So if you're really interested in the project, I would suggest you join up with their Telegram group as well. I've also got a link for that down in the description below, so you can go over there and check it out too. Let me know what you think about INS. Can they pull it off? I'm quite bullish on this one. I really think it's a really interesting project. Let me know in the comment section below how you feel about it. Long live the blockchain, and peace out till next time, guys.